Okay, so one of the big issues in 4.0 is to get a hold of Ceramium metals because other than Siege and Arenas and Lucky RNG turn-in, there isn't really a guaranteed way to exchange them besides crafting. The first step is going to be leveling my handicrafting. I was reading on the forums, I'll actually link the thread, and somebody said that with 516 you don't have any more fails because the craft, even though it's only 500p, you can still fail it even with 10 or more in your own individual skill. Another person in the thread also pointed out that there's a design you can use. It's called the Type B Supreme Tiamarante reward. You just need Firm Rawhide, Fine Elemental Stones, and Greater Magical Aether, and you can use this to level your handicrafting. So the first thing I'm going to do is level my handicrafting to 516. I might go a little higher depending on how much I have left, but I'm finally going to have a use for my Brilliant Magical Aether. One more thing I might say is that you should definitely craft in Pernon or Oriel for the advanced crafting speed. Well, like I said, it's boosted, not advanced, but the idea is you get more points faster by doing it here compared to doing it in Pandemonium normally. After some time and money spent, I now have 518 master handicrafting. I was told that the number that you need is 520 to not fail at all, but I think this is safe enough. So now that I have the number, I have to worry about the materials. The most important thing is an adaptive idiom crystal. You're required to have 4 different things to make it, and it has to be a master chef with 500 at least to craft it. The first item, called Unifying Powder, you can just buy from any cooking vendor. It costs 14.9k, and you just buy the exact amount that you're going to be crafting to make the crystals. The next item you'll need is Idella Fragments, and these you actually have to buy from a vendor in a base that you can capture here at the Broken Cliff clamp, or camp, not clamp, in Catalog. It's in the center, so you can teleport from your main area to right outside Irrigani Keep and just run over there. And it's a good idea to go check the vendor every couple hours because you can buy 10 at a time and you're limited. And next, we're going to have to get 2 other things, Ancient Aether and Retal. The third ingredient you're going to need is an item called Retal. And you have to go to Denaria in this area and start essence tapping it. So yeah, I have to get a lot of that. And then I will move on to the final thing, which is the Ancient Aether. But I will do something special involving that before I actually go and gather it. The final item that I need is Ancient Aether. And I'm actually going to be using these eyed crystals that I essence tapped. Well, you Aether tap them, but they're on the ground, so it's kind of a weird concept. I'm going to trade them in here to this Shugo. They exist at the Desolation's Edge camp or the Starlit Grove. The next step after you've gotten the materials, I have actually 100 of everything. Because 100 is a good number. You go to a master chef and they have to go craft it for you. Yay, the first one's a success. And we're not going to watch the entire craft because this could take a while for all I know. So we'll be back in a sec. Well, I'll make a mention here that you're actually going to need 2 enemas. They're called Tainted and Diluted. I am here at the second canal, and I have looted a diluted anima. At the second and probably the first as well, you can farm these items. I'm now in the quarantine area, and this is where you get Tainted Enema. It's towards the Elios side here, Alpini, and it's below the Crumbling Redoubt camp, excuse me. I'm adding this part to confirm that you can in fact farm Tainted Enema in Pride's Legacy. So, to recap, Tainted Enema can be in Pride's Legacy or in the quarantine area. And I know that the explanations I did were kind of short because I recorded them really late and that's a bad idea. But I'll reiterate, you can also go to the first canal and the second canal. I haven't checked the first, but I'm going to assume that it's a good idea to check there also because I mean, if it's not, then you'll just be able to leave. There's a different kind of anima that will drop, and I'm sorry for being wrong, but otherwise, yeah, second canal for sure, and then Pride's Legacy and Quarantine Area. So that's where you farm the animas. I bought some extra animas because I'm lazy right now, and it's not a big deal. How many can I make anyway? I can make 9. Okay, so alright, let's see how well this works out. Should I even use one of these candies? Probably not. Hold on, let's put on the... Oh god, that's awfully slow. It's like the speed of a turtle. I will say though that the enemas are a little annoying to farm. Actually, you know what? I'll check tomorrow and I'll look over in the Asmodean equivalent of this side. Maybe they drop here too, the tainted ones, because it makes sense to me anyway in my head that if they dropped here in the second canal, they'd also drop here in the first canal, so it must be the same in Catalum. Could be completely wrong though, but I'll check and I'll add it in the video so you don't have to see any of that stuff. I can ponder to myself. Do I have anything else to add? Nope, not really. Got a random Indian drop. Physical death to a weapon. At this point I'm just buying time until the craft finishes because that's all I'm waiting for. You don't have to watch all 9 of these craft, but I'll tell you at the end if everything went on, sorry, went off without a hitch. I'm getting tired, but this was so worth it. Come on. Come on. Who's a good metal? You're a good metal. Speak to it like it's a dog. Although, I don't really approve of that, like, way of speaking to pets. I speak to them kind of more normally, maybe just every once in a while. Yay, you've crafted ceramium metal. I went ahead and crafted 9. They all succeeded. Somebody did 40 with 517 and they succeeded 100% too, so I think it's a pretty safe assumption to say that this craft is doable with a number that's around 517, 18-ish. Anyway, that's the video I'm doing about metals, so I hope this is informative and it's quite a painful process, but definitely worth it. Get your grinding on, is all I can really say.